Well, hi folks, welcome back to Pete's Kitchen Garden. It's Tuesday the 21st of March, the spring equinox. So we have equal lengths of day and nighttime hours. Quite a nice day today actually. I do apologise for the gusts of wind. It's a beautiful day, lovely, nice and sunny, lovely cumulus clouds. But there is a bit of a breeze that keeps picking up, so I hope you're not getting that too much. Unfortunately my wife decided to put the washing out just as I was about to film, but we'll work around it. About a month since my last video, so just to show you a couple of jobs I've done. This area here, I've rough dug it, rotavated it and levelled it. This is basically where the tubs of potatoes are going to go. Probably put some sheet of plastic or something down on there. That's where they're going to go this year. Overwintering garlic still coming along nicely. I've nothing in the other veg beds yet, still too early. This border's looking quite nice. Some dafts in there and bits and bobs. I've actually mulched this as well. Try to mulch this one every year. This isn't a kind of low maintenance border, which is why I mostly have sort of evergreens and perennials in there. Some beautiful crocus, and you can still see the odd one, but there are a load more, and they all seem to have been sort of squashed or flattened, so I don't know what's doing that. Could be the cats again. This little evergreen border as well, just by the decking. Put that in towards the back end of last year. Be really nice when all that starts to grow and bushes out. Another main addition, we have a fountain in the pond. Now I haven't got this sort of permanently wired in. I'm just using an extension cable today, but I am going to get this properly wired up. I just wanted to get it working, check that it would work, and yeah, just sort of start putting a bit of oxygen in that water. I've done a bit of work around the pond as well, slightly different. I've sort of redone the bricks around it, tried to hide all the liner basically, and quite pleased with it actually. Not much going off elsewhere. We've still got this big new bed that we need to fill, but that's going to have to wait till payday, back end of this month. I'm going to need a couple of ton of sort of compost topsoil to go in there. As I think I mentioned last time, that's where carrots and onions are going to go. I am working on a bit of a budget this year, to be honest, which because the pond, for example, I was going to sort of redo all that, but tight budget this year. But yeah, once I get that filled up, we'll be good to go. So by the end of the first week of April, I'll have my onion sets in, and I may sow a few carrots as well. Look at them, lovely little daffodils, narcissi, or narcissi, however you pronounce it. Okay, so I've done a bit inside the greenhouse as well. So I've mulched this path. I'm actually just going to shut the greenhouse door now because in case the wind picks up again. So yeah, this path down the centre has been mulched. I've got a bit of a sort of temporary cloche here. I took down some cabinets inside the house that I don't need anymore, some display cabinets, and I've got a load of glass, so I have had a few seedlings under here. But this area basically is going to be for my tomatoes again. But what I'm going to do, instead of putting them in pots, I'm just going to fill this with soil to the top. And so in essence it's basically going to be one large sort of deep grow bag. Your average grow bag's what, 2 or 3 inches deep. Well, this is going to be probably 3 or 4 inches deep. The idea being, well, I noticed last year I was growing them in pots and the roots just seemed to like sort of spreading out sideways. More than they like going deep. So my thinking is, if I fill this border up, I'll keep the stones in the bottom because I want good drainage, but I'll fill this to the top with compost, and it'll basically be, as I say, like a large deep grow bag, and I think they'll be quite happy in there. Talked about cucumbers and peppers last time. They're going under there. I'm going to try not to repeat myself too much this year. This clematis is starting to grow. This is one last year I had a right nightmare with both of them actually, because they're quite a tall object, and my old friends the cats just kept peeing on them and killing them off, so I'm quite sure what I'm going to do with them this year. sown my leeks. Perfectly reasonable time of year to do so. I think last year I had them in back end of January and they're absolutely fine. I sowed these about a week ago. Yeah, and just leave them to their own thing. Really easy to grow leeks. They're not bothered by the cold weather, so I don't bother fleecing them up or anything if it gets cold. So I've got a few seedlings in here now. Some marigolds that I started off in seed tray, and then I've pricked them out and put them in these modules. Some dahlias that I grew from seed. A friend of mine at work gave me a load of seeds, which, to be fair, they're about, what, 2 or 3 years old, the seeds. I didn't get massive germination. I mean, he gave me 2 packs, I think, with 50 seeds in each, and this is how many germinated. But I didn't want any more dahlias than that, really, anyway. And other bits as well. We've got some pansies there, calendulas. I've got some what's that in there, petunias at the back. I've also got a few bits going off in the house as well, and I've sown my tomatoes and peppers now. They're also on the kitchen windowsill. Basically anything that's germinated is out here, anything that hasn't germinated is inside. That also includes my cucumbers as well, so I've set those, and they're also on the kitchen windowsill. And then these Busy Lizzie Impatiens New Guinea, the ones that I did from cuttings, are getting absolutely massive now and looking really, really healthy. So really that's about it, folks. Yeah, quite pleased with where I am with everything. I'm absolutely sort of bang up to date with where I want to be. So just a quick update today, and I'm sure in a month's time there'll be a lot more for me to talk about. Until then, look after yourselves, take care guys, thanks for watching, and bye for now.